And we're rolling. This is a good take. 3, 2. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Prey. In the big 2-0, we did not finish all our side quests. Boo. Today, we're going to finish all the side quests. I hope. Except for maybe 1 or 2 more that pop up near the end, but you know, it happens. Okay, so where we left off, we're getting into the shuttle bay, which is one of the last areas of the game we haven't been to. Maybe the last area of the game we haven't been to. Problem with the shuttle bay is that right now there's no atmosphere to breathe, so we're going to be all spacesuited and hearing things will be kind of difficult. We can still hear things based on vibrations. I mean, I'm assuming. I don't know if this follows, like, video game logic or some semblance of real physics, but in real life, if you're in a vacuum, the only sound you're going to hear is vibrations against your body or your helmet's faceplate. Okay, we're in the guts. I'm gonna go in fuel storage. If I recall correctly, yep, there it is. There's a thermal mantle down there. Looks like it's goes on. Let's get a good scan before we What? Oh, that's a bit closer than I was thinking. Whoop. Whoa, that hurt. Fortunately, a random dim sum will cure that. I had some dim sum just the other day. These soup dumplings are like friggin' tasty. I just didn't eat but no, they were super good. Dim sum, highly recommended. Okay, let's see. There's a broken turret. We don't have a key to get into the shuttle bay, so I guess that will have to wait after all. We already know how to make glue. We have enough parts we could fix that, but I'm kind of recommending against it for now. There's the moon. Let's see, where is that power console? Wow! Oh, you got me this time, you jerk. Okay, where was I? Got a card to fuel storage. I hope that'll get us into the shuttle bay. Oh. Where? Oh, there it is. Hey, stop that. Little boxes, and I'm running out of flashlight juice. I think that's the power console. Yes. Not quite what I was looking for. Air parts is good. Alright, fine, I'll fix it so you don't get zapped every time you walk through here. Oh, good. Fuel storage. I feel like there's a mimic in here. No wave, plastic tubing. Alright, whatever. Fix the recycler, but then I wouldn't be able to use the fabricator. And I could fix the fabricator, but then I wouldn't be able to use the recycler. So, whatever. Just leave it. Oh, a suspicious number. You know what that means? We now have all the numbers. But we still don't have a... Wait, what? Whoa, really? Cool, we can get in the shuttle bay. Alright. So we're gonna get in that shuttle bay. And then we'll go back up to crew, and then we'll go and open up the safe in Abby's room. Whew. I think that side quest is among my favorites. For one, because it took me a really long time to figure out where the heck I was finding numbers. I didn't understand, some of the numbers were in such darkness and my screen was so dim, it just seemed like I was walking along and then all of a sudden, like, oh, you figured out a number. I was like, oh, well that's neat. What does that mean? Anyway, fun puzzle. Also, it makes me really happy that they're playing a D&D game in a video game. It's kind of like how in D&D there is a pretend play acting system.
Hazardous atmosphere conditions.
Malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Oh, hang on for 1 second. I just want to verify something. Okay, good. Well, I am neither one of those, so that's just going to have to suck for a while. We're in the shuttle bay, and there's really not much of anything. Oh, well that looks like something I don't want to deal with, so I'm not going to. This also looks like something I don't want to deal with, but I have to get by anyway. So how about we... Whoop, let's climb over it. Wait a minute. Cool. They built themselves a fun little office down here in what looks like a bunch of repair cubicles. I thought that was another bourbon. Just run. Hold my breath long enough to eat a dim sum. That looks like the last
Warning.
paradox.
Oxygen level.
No need to go out there, so we'll just leave it for now. It'd be nice if this were turned on, but what are you gonna do? Let's see. There's some stuff. There's a computer. Fixed my headphones again to make sure that wouldn't happen. And guess what happens? We have to fix this. Alright. Emanuela, I'm not mad about the HR thing, in case you're wondering. Word of advice? If things ever go to hell here, you'll want to come to the shuttle bay. Escape pod E33. That's all I'm saying. Trust me on this. Frank, Shuttle Bay Engineering. Franklin, I don't...
Warning. Air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
I switched my shift hours today so I could have lunch with you. What do you say? Sorry, busy. Hey, M, how about today? Franklin, I don't like to be called M or Emmy or Manny or anything else besides Emanuela. And I'm sorry, I'm working the lunch shift today, so I can't even... Oh, man. I need you to halt any work on the escape pods. The parts you're using aren't rated for those systems. You'll be informed of a new shipment when they arrive. Keep this to yourself unless I tell you otherwise. Okay, well, that explains why all the escape pods are broken. It was kind of a perfect storm. Or something. They just never got around to fixing them, so everybody died. Fix that. I could go into that room down there, but it's scary and I don't want to. So we
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Wasn't that a band from the 80s? Air Supply or something like that? Oh, really? Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. You probably can't get me in here, right? Right? I'm not even going to bother with the security station. Well, but I really should. Okay, I'm going to bother with the security station. For the record, you seem frustrated. Ooh, email. Help, we're trapped by the escape pods. Well, that looks like that's worth looking into. And we got the map. Tell you what, let's have some fun first. We can find that voltaic phantom before... Nope.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Ow. Oh, come on, really? Realistically, I should just psycho shock him before I die. In fact, let's do that. And then pop it. There's a pretty awful mission that I had right now. I'm only mentioning it because I want to say it was not intentional, and what the fuck. If you don't know what it means, consider yourself lucky, and that's that. Whoop. That'd be a good one to mind, Jack. Sky Lounge, pistol, last longer, complimentary. Hey!
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
That's not what I meant to do. That's really not what I meant to do.
Mr. Yu, this is Eddie Voss. I work down in cargo. The fact is, we've been stealing from you, sir. It started small, just moving harmless contraband on and off the station. Pharmas, food not on the safe list. I don't know, maybe you don't pay your tech and hardware enough, but Lily got ambitious after a while. Started stealing neuromods, fabrication plans, selling them to TranStar rivals. Yeah, sit on that for a sec, Mr. Yu. Chasma's got our IP now. Lily made me modify some of the old alarm panels around Talos so we could use them as dead drops. I'm certain a few of them still have company property. 3 taps with a wrench will pop it open. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I never meant for things to get out of hand. It just took on a life of its own. But I'd like to make it right, any way I can. That's all.
So, we got another side quest. Apparently, certain alarm panels have a secret dead drop with some goodies in them, like extra neuromods. And there are 6 of them. I don't remember where they all are, so it'll be fun for all of us. Maybe.
Hello? Is someone... I'm in the escape pod with Emanuela de Silva. We're stuck in the launch tube. The hatch on the outside is supposed to blow when the pod launch initiates, but I guess the bolt's misfired. Could you help us out? You'd have to EVA to get the hatch off from the outside. I know it's a lot to ask. I don't know what else to do. Sit here and starve, I guess. There's an override switch behind the panel to force a pod launch. But don't hit that until the outside hatch is off. We'd be blown to bits.
And incidentally, I could blow them to bits, but I'm not going to because I don't want to fail the mission.
Warning, oxygen levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
If that's the pod they're in, we're not going to do that. Sounds like there's another mimic around somewhere. Maybe it's stuck in one of the escape pods. Oh! Nope! You can get back in there, that's cool. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Oh, yeah, that's what I missed. Now we know what happened to Nils.
Mayor, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Send an operator.
That's what I'm doing, Niels. It's not responding. None of them are. Shit.
Was it those things? Did they shut the air off?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter though, right? I mean, it should be hours before we run out.
No, Niels. The system is working in reverse. It's pulling oxygen out of the air. We've got 10 minutes. Tops.
What? But...
Skipper, little buddy. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna help him. Because, you know, I like side quests. It's kind of what I do. I'm worried that that thing that I activated without meaning to accidentally summoned the nightmare. Which means this will be a very interesting experience running to the airlock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the nightmare. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How about we, Whew. Boy. That was rough, eh? So, yeah. I accidentally summoned the nightmare, and now it's hunting us again. But the nightmare can't come out in space. It just has to sit in there while we hang out and just, well, float around in space. While we're out here, we can explore a little bit. Maybe go up to that part near the power area that was all, like in Michaela's office. Where it's all blowed up and where there's a technopath. Now that we have better tools for handling
Microgravity detected.
Anyway. Whoop. Well, you know, we have the power. Vaporize it. Vaporize? Whatever. Yeah. Just down that way. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. What you're supposed to do is, like, shoot these things on the hatch and blow it open. There they are, emergency charges. I'm kind of wondering... Nope, didn't work. Okay, kinetic blast, totally worthless for doing this. can't see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now then. We'll reach cargo bay. We'll reach power bay. Oh, that looks like a telepath. Which is okay. That was not what I meant to do. Ah! I shouldn't have done that.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, take that. How often can you say you've beaten one of these things? Death. That's actually getting pretty fun. Man, I can save all my grenades. Ow. I wonder. Upgrade. We've got more than enough to upgrade the pistol. Now we have a very accurate little sniper silenced pistol. That's fully tricked out. I could use some better. The door is broken. I guess we were in here already. I thought there was another hole that was in the life support area. Man, just for a second there, I got some serious vertigo from all this floating around. Hey, hang on a second, just for funsies. Okay, good. That's the airlock for life support, but it's really gonna help me. Guess I better head back up to the cargo bay. I mean, the shuttle bay. Jelly beetles in space. Didn't need jelly beetles at all. There's a corpse. Maybe it's Kurt Remmer. Probably not. Okay, good. We've got Nerf darts. Surprised they're not going after that. I didn't miss the way back in, did I? Oh, no, there's the body. Just got blown out in the explosion. Like Devlin. Alright. Alright, we evaded the nightmare. We helped some people escape, whether or not they really deserve it, but, you know, whatever. It's not our place to decide that. Then again, we did blow up the shuttle on its way landing to Seattle. So, well, who knows? Maybe this particular incarnation of Morgan Yu is just chaotic and wacky and random.
Hazardous atmosphere conditions.
Okay. Gotta climb all the way back up to the escape pods. I should have scanned the coral while I was out there. But you know what? We'll do that next time. Hey, speaking of time... Okay. I do kind of... Oh, how did I miss that? Man. Alright.
Attitude adjustment required.
Yeah, I'll say. Need an attitude adjustment.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
So, here we go. It's the override panel, which, by the way, doesn't seem to exist in any of the other escape pod bays, just this one.
Escape pod launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch.
Thanks, Morgan. Means a lot to me that you did all that, despite Frank. I'm transmitting the location of something that could help. I couldn't get it off the station, but maybe it can help you.
Find what Emmanuela left for you. You know what? I think
Warning,
it's time to
oxygen
scan the
levels
coral.
critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
Yeah, we're gonna go scan that coral. Means we need to... not neuromods. Ooh! Oh, snap, I forgot I even had that. And... where is it? So, apparently along the way, I picked up a scope mod so that whenever we're standing in the coral, we regenerate psi points. I forgot that was even a thing. And we're about to head right into the coral to scan it. So, and we have, like, super amazing explodey powers because, well, because that's what you asked for. Well, here goes nothing.
Microgravity detected.
Okay. Alright. This is the way in. The coral nodes are actually deep within the station, like around here. Somewhere. Not in the whole reaches. Let's test out our new psychoscope mod. Seems to be working. Oop. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. We got plenty of points. Oh, hello, what's this? Eyes. Another psi hypo. Although, I feel like we've got enough psi crawling out of our ears. I really hope whatever's blinking is just like an electrical malfunction and not like a phantom or something. Hull breach power plant. Both of the coral nodes are pretty close to each other. So we get close to one, we should be able to scan the other one.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's been a launch from the Argus platform. Board of Directors has caught wind of the situation here. I suppose it was inevitable despite my efforts. That's why it's important we act quickly, decisively. They'll try to take this out of our hands, Morgan.
Well, I don't know the board. I'm assuming that might not necessarily be terrible, but then again, who even knows? Incidentally, we'll leave that up for now. The only objective we care about is scanning the coral. Oh, yeah, there we go. I think this is the way here. This looks promising. Could be nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Alright, we'll just have to keep on trucking. Make our way to Hutton Orbital to get that mug. Man, this is a real pain to navigate and figure out. Even more so than the last time I played it. Whoop, that was promising. Okay, on the other side of this thing. Presumably around here somewhere, there's like an opening. Or a passage or something. Corrupted operators. Have some fun though. Oh, not quite what I had in mind. At least not as quickly as I had. The only thing that can also fear drinking alcohol in space. Oh dear. We didn't get zapped, did we? Probably. Didn't help anything. Nerf time. You know, I could be wrong, but I feel like the Weaver is...
Suit integrity damaged.
Oh, crap. Okay. I feel like the Weaver might be moving attack. Do we have any, Okay, good. Anti-rads. We get radiation damage. Ooh, not pretty good. No, this is a nice time to use one of these. That's not what I thought. That's the opposite. Oh, son of a... Okay, okay. Now would be a good time for you. That's right, you explode. Like that. And that nearly killed it.
Scan complete. More specimens required.
Fascinating. It's holding the psyche of all their victims. Your hunch was on the right track. It's a kind of neural structure. Synaptic-like activity up and down the length of it, like it's communicating. Just one more to go. I knew you could handle this. Our father warned me not to stake so much of the company's future on your ideas. I was right to ignore him. We're a good team, Morgan.
Cut here. One to go. And whoop. Rescan that one. Let's see if we can pull up some data on it. Out of all the samples recovered from the Verona 1 site, none have proven as perplexing as the coral. It's unclear at the moment whether this is some sort of new typhon species or something as simply as waste material from the Weavers. Further study is warranted. Microscopic elements demonstrate strong correlation between patterns of connections within the coral and connectomes of volunteers, employees, and guests found within TranStar's database. Recommend exhaustive pattern matching. Early conjecture: the psyche of typhon victims is recreated or stored within the coral. Purpose unknown.
You better do something. The reconstruction is destabilizing.
They're lying to you.
Hurry.
Search complete.
Excellent work. All that's left is integrating the data after you upload it. Hard to tell from just a scan summary, but... Wait. What is... There's some kind of neural tripwire built into the coral. Christ. Morgan, get back to my office. We have to get your data uploaded now. Hurry.
Right, hold your horses. So, yeah, is this the science one? Medical. Oh, that's fine. We got more Q-beam cells. We got another med kit. That'll be helpful. There is a point where we'll get locked into not being able to complete side quests. We're not there yet. But we are almost there. Fortunately, we're going to the right place to finish out a couple of these side quests. I think that's the Arboretum airlock. We do want that. Of course, there's more crap. Fortunately, we're well prepared to take care of it. There's always more, and it always explodes. Okay. We made it. And yeah, so we could scan the coral once Alex gave us the thing. I just wanted to do side quests because things are going to change quickly, and that will kind of set things in motion that we can't undo. I know I've been saying that the whole time. Just want to emphasize it. My goal right now, as boring as this might seem, is to get as much done and expose as much story stuff until we get to the point where we can't. It's kind of like in the Deus Ex series, how there's like a divide between content the player is forced to see and content the player can optionally discover.
Here's my terminal to upload the data. I'll get it integrated into the fabrication plan for the new null wave device as fast as possible. And be careful. The Typhon will begin to sense our intent to harm the coral. They're gonna come after you. I left something for you on my desk that should help.
Operator online.
I feel like there's more coral up here than there was before, too. Oh well. Am I gonna get zapped on my way down? Probably. Do I want to deal with it? Not really. So I'm gonna literally jump over a thing. Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. We have all the numbers to see what's in Abigail's secret safe. And maybe we can maybe we can keep an eye out for one of those super secret dead drops. We haven't seen many of these, but there are, like, supercharged mimics that can do deadly damage. And that's bad. But that's okay. At this point, we've pretty much figured out how to deal with the Typhon. They're no big deal. We just, we either zap or we hide, in the case of the Nightmare. Or we blow up the Nightmare, I guess. Wonder if there's still a med dude in the med bay.
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. This won't take long. Hold on. Don't forget to
Yep, thank you. Okay. try giving this a whack. Okay, that's not it. Did I pass it? No, here we go. And we need those numbers. 1356. Could be in any order. Okay, we get unlimited tries. Alright. Okay. Wait, really? Well, maybe my knowledge of algorithms is all wrong here, but I feel like that should have done it. 1356. And the order is randomized. I probably just missed a permutation. There we go. So we got something from that, but I don't know what. Oh, I think that's it. Cell refurb. Because I know you get a random either scope... Yeah, you get a random suit chip set. So that was not a lot of payout, but a really neat side quest, in my humble opinion. Is there a drinking fountain around here? I need your hydrate, which I need more side points. And I want to use the recycler. I think there's one up here. Okay, alright. So, with my last act, I'm going to save the game first. We'll see what happens. I'm going to turn in that coral data. We've got just enough time for that, I think. Project Axiom, generate technology based on the Typhon. Funny that, like, for, what, like 80 years or so, the Soviet Union and the United States government both failed at trying to harness the Typhon and just kind of gave up. But then TranStar, this secretive, creepy international cabal of merchants and like giant conglomerate companies or whatever, just happens to find a way to monetize it by injecting it into people's brains. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you meet aliens, grind them up, make them into a liquid, and inject it into your brain to see what happens. You might get crazy, amazing powers. It might kill you. It might be both. They might be giants. Who even knows? Well, that looks like a drinking fountain. You know what I'm don't want to do is get zapped again. That kind of sucks. Is that the way I went before? Alright, we're at the greenhouse. That's where we saved Rennie. Oh! Huh. Don't think I've been up there before. Maybe there isn't a way to get past the past that spot. I'll just have to get zapped anyway. Ah well, alas. Nope. Nope, I'm not gonna get around this part. Whoop. Hey, I made it, and that sucked.
Inspecting. Your suit's leaking. I'll manage that for you.
Alright. We made it this far. I'm saving an official save game right now, so you can observe what's going to happen. Ooh, Typhon lore, that's handy. Thanks, I guess. Oh, Neuromod.
Morgan, transfers halted. Something or someone. Shit.
This is Commander Walter Dahl. The TranStar Board of Directors has authorized me to take full command of Talos 1. Effective immediately. All employees must now report to the shuttle bay for evacuation. Those of you unable to comply, transmit an SOS and my team of rescue operators will locate you. One last thing. Alex and Morgan Yu have been relieved of their positions. Do not consent to their requests or assist them in any way. Dahl out.
Well, at least they're sending in a rescue team. Oh, hey, there are the rescue operators. Awesome.
We're locked out. It's Dahl. He already has his hooks into every major system aboard Talos 1.
Ah,
I have to admit, I'm disappointed
that's
with
not
our
much
parents.
of a rescue.
And usually they had a contingency in place. Would a small foolish part of me believe they wouldn't use him as their own flesh and blood? Regardless, we're not getting this coral data through until we do something about it. I don't like it.
What I'm gonna do. Let's, that should be pretty handy. And you know what? Let's get this too.
Have to get into his command shuttle. See if you can locate his access point and cut him off.
Military operator.
Research complete.
The NCN-9 Black Box Military Operator is the world's most advanced unmanned multi-role fighter. Armed with a state-of-the-art mag-directed energy weapon and Omni navigation systems, the military operator is never short on firepower. From assault operations to security detail, the innovative synthetic hyperdynamic neural network ensures military operator is quick to respond to developing and dangerous situations. TranStar has been covering their tracks about these. Don't want to look like an arms tech company. They're probably wired into Talos 1 security system. Could track me using the station's security rosters. Might be a way to get rid of my tracking bracelet. Good to know.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Okay, so this is bad. This is really bad. But also, I accidentally summoned the Nightmare when I got those awesome neuromods to make sure that we can, like, control them.
Morgan, Dahl will know you're coming. All TranStar personnel are outfitted with tracking bracelets. I have no doubt his operators are already on their way to rescue you. Those bracelets are issued and removed in deep storage. Worth investigating if you want to fly under the radar.
Scan complete. More specimens required.
Oh, nope, we're fucked. Other than that, I'd say let them fight. Not what I meant to do. Whoops.
Good afternoon, Talos. In the event of a loss of atmosphere, gravity...
Oh. Laser bird right through my suit. Take that. Oh boy. We can hack these if we weren't going to bother with, you know, machine mining. That's right, you get Watanabe references for the price of one. Do we have enough? Maybe. We definitely don't... Oh, nope, we're fucked. Okay, that's cheating. He can't stick his tentacles through the door. That's cheating.
Vital signs critical.
Why did you go up there and shoot him? You're just sitting there. Jeez. In fact, you know what? I know it's probably like an armored combat drone, but I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, better tool. Is that it? Gone? Ugh. We don't have a high enough hacking skill to hack it, but we can definitely, well, okay, that's interesting. Hey, look at that. Found one of the dead drops. Okay. So, yeah. There are military operators appearing all over the station that shoot lasers at us, which means we don't have to worry about the Typhon, but now there are